Okay, this lesson's about the challenges of living in megacities. So what we're trying to look at today is to learn what are the challenges of living in megacities, and by the end of this I want you to explain what a megacity is and explain what the challenges are. So let's have a look at this first picture I want to show you. So as you can see, this picture shows where most people in the world live, and that kind of helps you explain where the vast majority of these mega cities are. The picture quite clearly shows a circle. There's more people living in it than outside of it. Is that going to change in the future? Probably. Where's that circle going to start going into? Parts of Africa. Therefore, we're probably going to see slums increase in volume as well. So obviously we do know there's slums in South America as well as in Africa, as well as a lot of people living in Asia. So I thought I'd start you off with that. That's a very interesting picture and something we can all relate to in terms of population and urban dynamics. So basically, megacity. Well, it is a megacity. Well, I've got two pictures there that show us really what a megacity is. It's a highly populated city with over 10 million people. Remember, some of the estimates are about 8 to 10 is basically anything above that is a megacity. And these pictures show us what life's like for many people living in these megacities, and some of the challenges are living in slums. The picture on the left there, you can see not everyone lives in slums, and you'd be wrong to say or think that everyone living in a mega city is poor. They're absolutely not. There's some areas of wealth, and there's a lot of rich people living in mega cities. As you can see that picture on the left, there's skyscrapers, and that's the scene you would expect in any world city. So let's have a look at the challenges. There are 7 different categories of challenges. The first one, housing. Remember, lack of housing, therefore people are forced to make their own housing, and they make their own housing in any free land they can get. It's actually illegal. So when we talk about social and health issues, they don't have any rights. They're not part of the law. So housing is a big problem. From the previous slide, we looked at the different pictures. You can see that a lot of houses, are very basic. Some will have water, some will have electricity, some might not. It depends on the area, basically. And also, a lot of slums have been there for a long time. So housing, big challenge. Traffic infrastructure. Traffic isn't regulated. Roads aren't sealed. There's a high volume. Won't be many traffic lights. There might not even be any roads whatsoever. So everything has to be brought in by foot. So traffic infrastructure issues is another challenge of a slum, and particularly living in a mega city. Another one which I've already touched upon is water and power supplies. In some slums, power supplies aren't constant. Same with water. They might be turned on for several hours of the day, and then that's it. So people have to save up their water and electricity. So that's a big issue. Then sanitation services. I think people don't understand just the importance of good sanitation. It increases life expectancy. It increases general health, and a big one, it decreases infant mortality, which is a big issue in mega cities because we've got that rush of people. The local services haven't kept up, therefore sanitation services are pretty poor in the majority of areas of mega cities. Where they are good are areas of wealth and affluence and advantage. A lot of people, remember, don't have that luxury. And then employment. There are 2 types of employment, formal and informal. In these mega cities you certainly see more informal. Remember, that's working when for no set hours of the day, no set money. So if you don't work, you don't get paid. The last one, social and health issues. almost one about health issues. I've mentioned some already, but there's a lack of doctors, lack of nurses, lack of education. Therefore, kids get sick and die really easily. People don't live that long, and there's epidemics of flu, dysentery, diarrhea, in a number of slums in a number of mega cities around the world. The last one is social issues. Now, places particularly in Delhi, Mumbai, where we've had a lot of people move quickly, a lot of people congregate in different in the same religion, or areas where there's the same people from villages in rural areas, and as a result they act together as almost like a ghetto, where if you're not from that area, you're not welcome, and it's led to a lot of issues. There's been riots, and a good example of that is, if you watch Slumdog Millionaire, the first sort of 5 minutes of the film, it shows you what social issues are. Some of the more recent ones in Rio de Janeiro, where people were evicted from their houses. Okay, that's the end of the lecture on the challenges of living in megacities. Okay, thanks.